Once each year, the American Water Works Association sponsors a general conference. This past year, the conference was held in San Francisco, where such famous landmarks as Fisherman's Wharf and the cable cars beckon to the members. The national conference is composed of people concerned with and working in water utilities from every state, Canada, and Cuba. These men gather to exchange knowledge, share experience, exhibit new products, investigate and discuss new techniques and technical advancements, explore common problems. This conference is an integral part of the service which the American Water Works Association affords its members. Just as is true with meetings held in local sections, the conference is an invaluable aid to water utility executives, an aid in keeping abreast of science, technical improvements, and new techniques for producing and delivering a quality water to their hometown consumers. And the conference is a prime means of exchanging information on a large scale. In ever-increasing numbers, civic leaders are coming to recognize that their local water utility dare not be isolated from the mainstream of water utility developments. They recognize also that the American Water Works Association provides the key to keeping their own utilities thinking, planning, and progress consistent with their needs, and with the means currently available to meet those needs. Civic leaders, like Mayor George Christopher of San Francisco, recognize the vital role of their local water utility in community development and expansion. Government is concerned with water supply at every level. William J. Orchard of the AWWA Executive Committee stressed the importance of statewide planning to prevent water shortages.
Chamber of Commerce Water Supply Committee, together with many of my waterworks friends, knowing the very serious nature of the water shortage in New Jersey, knowing that several industries had failed to build plants because they couldn't be assured of enough water to carry on, I was vigorously for the legislation. I didn't care.
Horace B. McCoy, administrator of the Business and Defense Services Administration, emphasized the tremendous scope of water supply problems at the national level.
I believe that most businessmen, and whether you're in publicly owned utilities or privately owned, you're a businessman. And this presents enormous problems in some fields, and I don't know of any field in which the problems are greater than that of water supply. Industry, as you have heard today and will always hear, cannot expand and cannot function without water.
The Department of the Interior was represented by Alan Sywin, who in his address on saline water conversion stated that
one day conversion plants along our coast, as well as in many of our inland areas, will be as common as the familiar standpipe.
Local, state, and national governments are aware of and actively participating in water development programs, as illustrated in an address by M.J. Shelton, San Diego engineer, concerning the tremendous Feather River bond issue under consideration in California. The American Water Works Association works closely with these agencies. The annual conference is a focal point of this effort. The local water utility executive is able to gain an accurate perspective on all aspects of water planning.
The challenge of water development can be met, but only with the thorough understanding and support of the people of the state of California. Thank you.
Exhibit booths were maintained at the conference by most of the major industries who supply water utilities. In this hall, the local water utility executive had an unparalleled opportunity to meet and speak with representatives from his suppliers, see new products, forward steps in engineering, improved treatment processes, the latest refinements for use with his existing equipment. He is able to locate products and services best suited for his community. Compare cost and quality. Get more answers to his questions. Through activity with the American Water Works Association, the local water utility manager meets his counterparts from communities across the country. Fellowship is established at functions such as this. Fellowship which can pay off in big dividends in the future, because association members have a proud record of helping one another when problems arise. The conference is the natural place for business friendships to develop. By no means is the conference a series of lectures, sightseeing tours, and exhibits. The heart of the conference is in committee meetings. Mutual problems are discussed and procedures and plans adopted for the coming year's activity. Committees like the materials and equipment, filterability index test, deep well vertical pumps, advancement, quality water standard, education, water utility administration, and the Aims and Objectives Committee met and intensively studied their area of investigation. One of the continuing objectives of the American Water Works Association is the reduction of water supply deficiencies through information. And the need is great, as pointed out by Lou Finch, president of the AWWA, during the past year when he said,
"The United States Department of Commerce made a study as to the future water requirements, and it's indicated that the water demand of today will double in the next 15 years.
At the same time, the association is determined to improve the condition described by Robert Grohl of Pacific Gas and Electric Company.
Certainly it's axiomatic that we in the telephone, and the gas, and the electric, and the water utilities have one great thing among many lesser things in common. Each of us is giving service so good that our customers simply take it for granted. But we would make the gravest of mistakes if we permitted them to take it for granted.
Of especial interest at this conference was the work of the Water Utilities Advancement Committee, whose chairman is Fred Merrifield, the association's immediate past president. Out of the deliberations of this committee and its several subcommittees have come projects which will serve every water utility in our country. An indication of the service to be provided through the Advancement Committee's efforts was made by Moody Jorgensen of Pacific Telephone and Telegraph when he emphasized the role of utilities in promoting good community relations.
5, be conscious of the needs of the community and do what you can to promote the community welfare. 6, speak up on important issues which may affect the welfare of the community. 7, be human. Now, in addition to these 7 points, I want to add one other point which applies to company good citizenship. That is, you must let the community know what you're doing for the community.
Development of community relations, letting the community know what is being done for them. This is the great new program of the American Water Works Association, a program which will assist all local water utility managers and their city governments to bring the story of water supply and development to their communities. The Vice President of the United States Junior Chamber of Commerce, John Taylor, announced the cooperation of his organization in furthering this essential project and outlined one phase of the program.
And finally, produce a local water film. It suggests that our people confer with water utility people to see whether it would be feasible to jointly sponsor a local priceless water film. The entire script is included in this booklet, both the shot instruction and the narration. Perhaps some of our JC chapters may do this on their own. I understand there's one JC chapter that's already involved in producing the film. Or else they might work with you, and particularly if the water utility will pay the freight by having a professional producer do it.
The subcommittee studying the value and mechanics of such a film was aided in its deliberations by the presence of a professional film producer who has agreed to produce at nominal cost the film described by Mr. Taylor in any community in the country. The Priceless Water film was by no means the sole project suggested by the Advancement Committee. Each of the subcommittees submitted its recommendations based on the area which they had under evaluation. The Advancement Award is one of the association's efforts to meet the challenge of improving community relations. At this table, the award was discussed and the rules reviewed and approved. Leo Lewis of Gary, Indiana, forwarded his group's recommendation.
Members of the association, we must, by movies, brochures, and talks before these people, show them the advantages of the membership in the American Water Works Association and how they can get the advantages of the association by becoming members, and how they don't have to be either a large or a small utility to get these advantages.
The question of service to large and small utilities was also discussed in the Aims and Objectives Committee. Fred Eidsness of Gainesville, Florida, the chairman, commented on this phase of the committee's work.
Forming these committees, I, like you and my friend from Mississippi, very strongly felt that the association could do more to its members or potential members of the small waterworks field, or the small waterworks utility.
The impact of this new emphasis by the association on local community assistance to water utilities was lauded by the new president of AWWA, Lauren Grayson.
Recently, in the discussion of this activity, I stated that it is possibly the first real thing that has come to the general membership as a service by the association in a number of years. The members are waiting with open arms to get a hold of what it offers. I am still of that opinion. The development of a methodology for the improvement in community appreciation for its local water utility might be said to briefly to be the keynote of this vital program.
The National Conference offers many more important services to its members. National recognition for outstanding service and achievement is by no means the least of these. President Finch presented this year's awards to those water utility men who have demonstrated exceptional service and abilities in the field. Service to members in every possible way, that is the function of the American Water Works Association. What's in it for you? The combined management experience, engineering knowledge, and know-how of a continent-wide organization is at your disposal through the American Water Works Association.